My beautiful neighbor accidentally sent me a love letter, then tried to steal it back. Every morning at exactly 8 a.m., I checked my mailbox before leaving for work. It was usually empty. Bills, advertisements, nothing exciting. But that Tuesday, there was a single pink envelope, no stamp, no return address, just one word written in neat handwriting, Ethan. I looked around the quiet neighborhood, nobody. Curious, I opened it. The first sentence made me freeze. I've been in love with my neighbor for almost a year, but I've never been brave enough to tell him. I blinked. My heart started racing. I turned the page to read the next line. Bang, 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 bang. Someone knocked so hard on my front door that I nearly dropped the letter. I opened it. Standing there, completely out of breath, was my beautiful next-door neighbor, Emma. Her long brown hair was a mess. She looked terrified. Then her eyes landed on the pink envelope in my hand. Her face instantly turned bright red. Ethan, she whispered, please, don't read that. I looked from the letter to her. You wrote this. She covered her face with both hands. Oh no, I can't believe this happened. I smiled. So, this is yours? She nodded so quickly I almost laughed. I put it in the wrong mailbox. I raised an eyebrow. The wrong mailbox. She sighed. I was supposed to throw it away. You wrote yourself a love letter. She shook her head. No. I wrote it, but I lost my courage, so I decided not to give it to anyone. I looked at the envelope again. Then why does it have my name on it? Emma froze. For 3 long seconds, she didn't say a word. Finally, she whispered, because it was always meant for you. Silence. Neither of us spoke. I didn't know what to say. She looked so embarrassed that she couldn't even meet my eyes. Just then, her little niece Lily ran out of the house carrying ice cream. She looked at Emma, then at me, then at the pink envelope. With the loudest voice imaginable, she shouted, Emma! Did you finally tell Ethan you love him? Emma almost dropped to her knees. Lily? The little girl giggled. I told you he'd say yes. I couldn't stop laughing. Emma covered her face again. This is officially the most embarrassing day of my life. I smiled. I don't know. I think it's becoming one of my favorite mornings. For the first time, Emma looked up. She smiled. A real smile. And somehow, that smile was even better than the love letter. But neither of us noticed. A man sitting inside a black SUV across the street, watching everything. His hands tightened around the steering wheel. He quietly said to himself, so, she finally chose him. Emma was still hiding her face. I am never going outside again. I laughed. I don't think it's that bad. She looked at me. Easy for you to say. You didn't accidentally confess your feelings. Before I could answer, her phone rang. The smile disappeared from her face. She looked at the screen and immediately declined the call. You okay? I asked. She forced a smile. Yeah. It was nothing, but I knew it wasn't. That afternoon, I found Emma sitting alone on the small bench between our houses. She wasn't smiling anymore. I sat beside her. For a minute, neither of us spoke. Finally, I asked, so, how long have you liked me? She laughed softly. You really want to know? I do. She looked toward my house. The first week after you moved in. I blinked. Seriously? She nodded. You helped Mrs. Wilson carry her groceries. You fixed Mr. Harris's fence. And you spent an hour playing soccer with the kids on this street. She smiled. I realized you weren't pretending to be nice. That's just who you are. For the first time in years. I didn't know what to say. Suddenly, a black SUV stopped in front of Emma's house. The same one from this morning. A tall man stepped out. Expensive suit. Confident smile. He walked straight toward us. Emma. Emma. She sighed. What are you doing here, Ryan? Ryan looked at me. So, you're the neighbor. I stood up. And you are? He smiled. The guy she was supposed to marry. Everything went silent. Emma quickly spoke. No, we broke up 6 months ago. Ryan ignored her. He looked at me and smirked. You really think that love letter was meant for you? Emma stepped between us. It was. Ryan laughed. No. She's just confused. Emma's eyes filled with anger. For the first time in my life. I'm not confused. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. I chose Ethan. Ryan stared at our joined hands. For a moment, he had no words. Then he quietly turned around, walked back to his SUV, and drove away. Emma let out a long breath. I've wanted to say that for months. I smiled. I'm glad your letter ended up in the wrong mailbox. She laughed. I think it finally reached the right person.